Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing the all about nail polish tag, so I'm going to be answering a few questions from a tag that's gone around blogs and YouTube and things like that. And I'll be showing you some of the polishes that I'll be talking about as well. So the first question is, what is your favourite polish finish? And mine is definitely flakies. I love flakies. Here's just a few of the flakies that I have. I especially like them in these muted colours. I think that the flakies look really awesome. They stand out. They just are beautiful. I think they're a great finish and I really love how different they can look than all other kinds of nail polishes. The next question is, what is your favourite ugly pretty shade? And for me that is Moonshine Manny. This place has everything. Normally I get annoyed when people call sort of yellows and greens ugly pretty just because they're yellow or green, but this one honestly looks like vomit and I love it so much. It's so interesting. It's also got flakies in it as well, so my favourite finish. It's really beautiful. I hope that that catches the light there nicely and you can see how gorgeous this one is. And I also love the inspiration. This is from Phoebe Moon's ongoing Saturday Night Live series, which is based after characters from Saturday Night Live skits. And this one is based on Stefan from Weekend Update. He is the city correspondent and he tells you all about the latest bars and clubs and hotspots, and this place has everything every time. So that one's a really fun one and I like the inspiration as well. So the next question is, which polish is the most sentimental for you? And I actually have two for that one. I've got a mainstream and an indie. So the mainstream one is this one here. This is Zoya's Gemma, and I actually got this one right after my best friend Gemma moved to another city. She's now like an hour plane ride away, so I don't really see her as much as I used to, which sucks. But I just love that I got this one right at the same time as she moved away. So that's Gemma by Zoya. And the indie one is KB Shimmer O Splat. So this one's sentimental to me because it was the first indie nail polish I ever really saw online. And it was the first nail polish that really made me go, holy crap, that's what nail polish can be. Like before that, I'd only ever really seen, you know, boring nail polish, like the standard colours, pinks, reds, things like that. And then I saw this one, I think this was on the website Shut Up and Take My Money, and it had a picture of this and it blew me away. I didn't understand how they made it look like that at the time. Obviously now I understand that it is a Krelly, it's a white Krelly with a bunch of different glitters in it. But to me at the time I was like, how did they make that look like a splattered paint sheet? That's insane. So I'm really glad that I have this one now as well. It actually took me quite a while to pick this one up, but it's a really cool polish and I just love it for that sentimental reason as well. The next question is, if you could go back in time and buy any collection, what would it be? And for me it would be the Sinful Colours Desert Divas collection. This was a collection of I think 6 or 8 polishes. They were all in muted shades and they had this sort of small silver flake shimmer running through them. They were really pretty and I was definitely into nail polish when they came out, but I didn't really hear about them at the time and they never seemed to really make their way here to New Zealand either. I've never really seen them in stores or anything like that, or at least not in a display where it's brought attention to them that I knew that those were the polishes. So it's a bit sad I never managed to pick those ones up, and I would really like those. At some point, they're on my lemmings list. I'll get them eventually, but I might not be able to get the whole set at this point, which kind of sucks. So if I could, I would go back in time and go to somewhere else where those polishes were actually released properly and pick up that whole set of the Sinful Colours Desert Divas collection. The next question is, what is your go-to all-occasion polish? And it is this. It's OPI's Love Angel Music Baby from their Gwen Stefani collection. And this one is just amazing. It's such a nice formula. It goes on so easily. It dries matte, so you don't really need a glossy top coat. Unless you want to. It is really beautiful glossy as well, and it's also completely opaque in one coat for me, so if you're in a rush it's really good. It's not a bright gold, it's kind of a muted gold, but it's very shimmery and beautiful, so it can sort of pass as a neutral as well, and it's really great for nail art detailing, stripes, little details in turquoise or other precious stone type looks. I really love this one, and this is actually my second bottle of this polish. It's a great one. So the next question is, what products are essential to your nail care routine? Now I just did a video on this not long ago about like the products that I use every single time I do a manicure, and I do actually have an upcoming video that's about my favourite cuticle care products, my favourite creams and oils and things like that as well. So I'm actually not going to answer this question here. I think that it will be answered in that previous video, and my upcoming video will cover it far more than I can here. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favourite newly discovered brand, indie or mainstream? I don't really have any brands that I've only recently discovered or recently found out about, but there are two brands that I'd previously had their polishes. I didn't really like them, so I ended up de-stashing them, and then recently I've picked up some other polishes of theirs and I'm really glad I gave them a second chance. So that's what I'm going to talk about here in this section of the video. So the first one is Cadillacquer. So I had a polish from Cadillacquer that was a crilly with glitters, and it was more like a jelly. It was really sheer, it didn't build up nicely. 3 coats it was pretty opaque, but it still had a bit of nail line, and around the edges it didn't look that nice either. But I ended up picking up others from them. This is Hug the Dog and Spectre, and I really love both of these. They're so beautiful. So I'm really glad I gave this brand a second chance, and I'm really looking forward to getting more of theirs in the future. The second brand that I'm really glad I gave another chance to is Cirque Colors. So I've got 3 here. They're kind of all of a similar shade, so maybe they just do this one colour really well. I don't really know. Again, I'm looking forward to getting more of these ones, but the first Cirque Colors polish I had was a glitter, and it was kind of in between being a full coverage glitter and a topper, so I didn't find that it worked well for full coverage or as a topper over other colours, so I ended up de-stashing it, and it was pretty, but it wasn't anything super amazing, so I wasn't overly impressed. But I'm really glad I gave them another chance and picked up these, because they've all got beautiful formulas and they're really gorgeous colours. So this is Rose Canyon, Stoneware and Sartorial. The next question is, what is your most badass polish? The polish that makes you feel the sexiest or the most badass? Is it really cliche if I say red? Because it is, it's red. So I have 3 here that are my favourites. These are actually all from China Glaze. So the first one here is Seeing Red from the Giver collection. This one is just a red cream, but it is beautiful. It is my perfect red. I spent a long time trying to find a perfect red, and this is it for me. It's not too pink or too orange leaning, it's just red. It's beautiful, 2 coats is gorgeous, and I use it a lot for nail art as well. You can't tell because I have kind of shaken it up, but this bottle's about half empty, so I do need to pick up another one of these at some point. The next one is Santa's Side Chick, and this is from the Glam Finale collection. So this one is a red with a reddy pink shimmer slash very, very micro flaky. This one dries matte, but it's really beautiful, both matte and glossy, and it's just really nice. It's a nice formula as well. It goes on really nicely. It does lean a bit more pink than the others, but not by too much. It's still definitely red. And my other favourite red here is China Glaze Ho Ho No from the Grinch collection that was quite recent. So this one is a really beautiful red. It's very rich. It's very similar in colour and tone to the Giver, but this one has fine micro glitters in red and silver. The silver doesn't really show up much. It looks more red with the, the red base over it, but the gold is really beautiful, and this one's another really nice formula, and it's just a really fun, slightly different red. Another honourable mention would be China Glaze Lubu Heels, which is a black with a lot of really fine red glitter in it as well. So that's also a really beautiful one. I don't have it on hand, but I'll put in a swatch picture here as well so you can see that one. So it's kind of a red, it's kind of not, but it sort of feels in the same category there. And China Glaze, well done on your reds. Fantastic. Love them. The next question is indie or mainstream? So my favourite is indie. I do have a lot more mainstream because of the price, but I find that indies have much more interesting formulas, much more interesting components in them. They're just beautiful. The pigmentation is often better, the formula is often better, and if I could, I would only buy indies pretty much. Although in saying that, there are a few really beautiful polishes that mainstream brands do bring out, but indies all the way. If I could only buy one or the other for the rest of my life, it would be indies. The last question here is, what brands' collections do you look forward to the most? So I've got to say my absolute favourite would be KB Shimmer. I love the huge range that they bring out with their collections, and I love that they do blogger collabs as well. So this is just a few of my KB Shimmers. I really like, obviously I have a theme of the sorts of colours I like with them here. There's some white krellies, some beautiful greens, and some goldy orangey glitters. I have one of each of those in each of my hands here, so they do really beautiful formulas. They have really interesting colours, and I love that they do the blogger collabs, because I feel that you can get a better sense of some of the bloggers and vloggers, what they really like and what their personalities are a little bit from the polishes that they create. It's all well and good that they, you know, review whole collections and everything, but they're reviewing whatever's put in front of them, you know, and they might say, oh yeah, this is really beautiful, it's a really nice polish, but they might also never wear it because it might just not be their thing. So I think it's really cool with KB Shimmer that you get a polish that is their thing, that is something really cool, and kind of, it makes it more relatable in a way. I really like that. For mainstream, the brand that I most look forward to their releases is probably China Glaze. They do have a couple of interesting polishes in most of their collections. I normally end up with at least one from a collection on my want list at some point whenever they release something new. And I also really love Moonshine Manny and 90 Lacquer's releases. They always have a really cool range of finishes, all these different polishes, beautiful colours, and just, it's really cool to see them trying all these different things. So I really like that about both of those indie brands as well. So that's another, those are some other collections that I really look forward to seeing when they come out. And I also love that both of them do their own collection reviews or collection swatches on YouTube, so I can hear directly from the maker about what they've made and why they've made it. Kind of the same thing as the KB Shimmer with the blogger collaborations. I like seeing the ideas behind it and where that polish came from. I think that's a really cool thing. Alright guys, that's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching. Click subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, hit the notification bell, leave me a like and leave me a comment if there's anything else that you'd like to see me do on this channel, anything mainly related to nail polish, but if you want to know more about my life, my dog, my general things that I do, just let me know, leave me a suggestion in the comments and I'll see what I can do about it. Thanks so much for watching guys, bye!